want to do that?
Good evening, everybody. So, I'm Joe,
stand up there and
CEO and owner of NTWORK.
I like that.
Basically,
That's what I'm saying. Not only that, but it highlights more interaction.
Want to do that, Drex?
I'll just
Little Q&A?
Yeah. Duct cleaning,
At the end,
inspection.
I just want to do something brief just so that we have like, you know,
basically how I got into my business is,
you know,
I have
what
a
your business is about,
so
why it's successful.
I always, I had that thing of helping people out.
Bro.
My business is also helping people.
I'm not just chilling, bro. I'm really setting this up.
They find mold in their house.
I'll sit up there with you.
Okay.
Well, that's more like it. There you go. Make it like a conversation. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I'll go at the end.
So I won't help people out. So
I do like, you
That's
know,
I wanted
okay.
something else instead of building
You're
homes.
good, Drex.
And doing that stuff, I want to get those
It's all beautiful.
And that actually does it.
No, sit down.
Stand up all the time.
Be yourself. You're
And also, construction partners.
you know what I mean? That way, it'll be like,
Taking out that damaged flooring in the kitchen.
and then afterwards, you know what I mean? Because then I really want like, a personal,
A little bit about myself.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm married.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just down right now. Yeah,
What's wrong with that? I liked it.
Freshman year of high school. So, yeah.
It's his gig, so we'll let him do what he
I've
wants
got
to.
three daughters. I have twin daughters that are sophomores in high school.
Yeah, I got the
situation of one that's in middle school. Mic check. Everybody hear me? I guess
Yes.
one of the motivational things as a business owner, you guys get some teeth. The yoke. Just have buy one get one free termination. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be saying certain things, but just having that motivational, to keep focused on what you're going to do. You're always going to have people giving you ideas, which I'll take those into consideration. But good evening, everybody. So I'm Joe Mabutis. I'm the CEO and owner of Advantage Clean of Central Valley. I've been in business now for, I'll explain a little bit my company. 9 years. I've owned two big environmental companies that now specialize in water damage repair, mold removal. It doesn't mean inspections, driveway cleaning. So basically how I got into my business is, I have a construction background. What makes my business successful, I had that is the helping people out. The referral, my business is also helping stuff that I do. And also have an emergency, having to help people in water damage, having them know me personally at their house level. Knowing that their house is going to be in good hands, taken care of, so that they can, count on me to. How I got into my business was, like I said, my background was construction, so I like one of my success is definitely. I wanted something else instead of building homes. Keep doing that stuff. I wanted to get something else out. Maybe another way that you're on track. Advantage Clean does that, following by providing the service of, removing any toxic mold in their house. Just if there's a flood in there, removing the water, drying the thing out, and also going out there and supporting it back up, talking to taking other business owners, damage, seeing what they're doing right and wrong, just kind of motivational, getting the motivation from them as well. A little bit about surrounding yourself with good people, positive bias, and that right there will actually kind of grow on you, or you'll kind of rub off on freshman year of that, small people, that's kind of, I've got 3 beautiful daughters. I have twin daughters that are sophomores in high school, and then one that's in middle school. Yeah, I guess one of the motivational things as a business owner that I would suggest. Good question. That is very having and I have to learn. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be saying, turn the phone off, have them aside, and spend that 2 hours with them, with all kids, and what you're just talking to them. You're always going to once I get them down, give you ideas. I take those into consideration. Really, I also once I take them all, I put you have that time where you get away, but then you go back. I go to my office, kind of just shut the door. I've been in business now for 9 years. I've owned 2 businesses, but it is definitely hard now to balance that because there's times where we're on vacation. And that phone is really, it's definitely hard. You really had to take the wife and say, do you need vacation? You need to stop working. But it's hard when you're successful. You're used to that lifestyle. Like the referral still goes because you're the owner, right? And you're getting calls, and also it's having to help you and turn it off. Just having to leave it personally on a personal level. Don't take knowing that their house. It's hard, and I'll take care of the balance. They can, count on me to. So I've learned to really just when I'm with family. might turn that phone. Let it go. Definitely I have a termination after hours answering, so I just let them handle it, making sure that you're on track. If it's really an emergency, I have a guy that follows what you do. That's how you gotta try to balance it. And also, just going out there and marketing yourself. Talking to other business owners as well. Seeing what they're doing right and wrong, and it's kind of motivational. Getting the motivation from them as well.
How's it going, everyone?
Good people, positive vibes.
You guys hear me without the mic?
And that right there will kind of grow on you, or you'll kind of rub off on you. They'll rub off on you. So that
First of all, can we say congratulations for the grand opening for these two? Give a round of applause. It's not easy to open up a business in Stockton by any means, so congratulations, wish you guys the best. Thank you guys for having me too. So my name is Drex Lee, if you guys haven't heard me yet. I'm the owner and founder of Amor Kombucha.
I have to learn to really, when I get home,
kombucha is the first thing I'm
turn the
doing.
phone off or
So a lot of people ask me what the heck kombucha is, if you've never heard about it. So it's a fermented tea that gives you a lot of great stuff for your body, digestive aid, immune support, and energy. It's been around for like 2,000 years plus. It's a great drink. My spin on it is I make it lightning inspired. So I do a lot of my mom's take, traditional recipes, and things that bring finish to our culture.
But it is definitely hard to balance that, because there's times where we're
quick little background about myself.
And that phone is
Born and raised here in Stockton,
and
California.
you really had to take the wife to say, you
Pretty
need
much my whole life. My parents came here.
You need to stop working, but it's hard when you're
back and forth
you're used to that lifestyle. Like work still goes because you're the owner, right? And you're getting
very
calls,
similar
but
story to a lot of people here in the valley.
you just have to just turn it off
Or
or just leave it
here in
at
Stockton.
home.
So from there, growing up,
It's
all
hard.
that good stuff.
That was good.
Growing up
That was
on the
definitely-
east side of Stockton.
Yeah.
So I graduated
So
from
I've
Franklin.
learned
And I'm happy to say I'm a first generation college graduate as well from Sac State.
Let it go.
I say that
I have
because
a
I
call
didn't
center
give myself
that
enough
after
credit
hours
before,
answers, it's
and
like,
until
let them handle it.
until some of my family
And
members or stuff
if
like
it's
that
really an
really
emergency, have a guy that
oh, like
will
you
take
really were
calls.
the first one. I'm like, that's
That's
insane.
what I'm trying to
Like, but you don't think about it, right? You're just working, you're doing different things to get by. So you need to give yourself a pat on the back. So whatever you guys are going through, right? So
Thank you very much.
fast forward, right? Now, I graduated college with a degree in nutrition and in business. So I decided to pursue that because I'm super passionate about health, and I realized the power of what food and like that brings to you guys hear me without the mic, and also what food does to you, right? Not only like your diet, but your diet consists of who you're with. First of all, can we say congratulations for the grand opening for these two? Give a round of applause. What you absorb. So diet could be considered. It's not easy to open up a business in Stockton by any means. When I really sat down, congratulations, wish you guys the best. Thank you guys for having me. How I could go to a liquor store and talk. So my name's Martin Sanchez. If you guys haven't met me yet, I'm the owner and founder of Amor Kombucha and Amor Foods. So kombucha is the first thing I'm doing. So a lot of people ask me what the heck kombucha is if you never heard about it. You grow up, you start seeing fermented tea that gives you a lot of great stuff for your body. Why these people have diabetes. It's been around for like 2,000 years plus. It's a great. I read a lot of stuff. My spin on it is that I was like one of my biggest things was like to bring. So I do a lot of Tamale or like recipes, different things, right? Or just have something where people could go and get educated and know you can use food stamps. Or things like that about my healthy food. Born and raised here in Stockton, California. Food from all these type of places. Pretty much my whole life. So because it's easier to pay more now for food than it is to pay here as a part of my grandfather coming back and forth. So my big thing with working here with the company that I started was a lot of different things. I wanted a similar story to a lot of people here in the valley. One represents a culture that sometimes gets marginalized and forget. So out there, in the community, all that good stuff. So I wanted to do that, right? And also bring it. So I graduated from Franklin. I grew up, and I'm happy to say I'm a first generation college graduate as well from Sac State, but that is with just a drink, and it sparked something for them because I didn't give myself enough credit before, and until some of my family members and stuff like that really like were like, no, like you support that community by giving back to them, because you don't think about it, right? You're just working, you're doing different things to get by. Education, providing them with drinks, whatever you guys are going through, right? So obviously, I literally did my fast forward, right? March now, like late March. I graduated college. So like I've been working on this for about 2 years behind. So I decided to pursue that because it takes a lot of work about health. So like, and I realized the power of what food. It took me a long time to figure out the name, how I wanted to look, right? What I want to say, what I wanted to speak to with people, right? The colors, diet, a lot of different diet. A lot of people don't talk about like we were talking about earlier, right? Everybody relates, right? So you didn't get where you're at now, just right, what you absorb, right? So even if you're going to you're a college student, a lot of different things. You know, you're going through a career path. When I just sat down and thought about it and realized where I grew up at, and realized how I could go to the liquor store and taco truck faster than I could go to. I think the key grocery for me have been right. I get hot Cheetos. I've always been a person of like integrity. It's no problem. Reason why I left whatever different jobs. But because it gets tested, you grow up and you start seeing why are my uncle sick, why I'm the oldest in my family. So and through my research in college, I had like a chip on my shoulder. A lot of stuff was clicking, right? So and I was like, one of my biggest things was like work for like a true shop, you got to figure it out, or like I don't know different things, right? Or just have something, right? Where people, you know, not unique, right? But my whole thing is. Or things like that. So I really figured out what clicked for me, what made me work, and I enjoyed doing research. I enjoyed doing some of these things. So I'm like, how do I put all my 1 ounce together than it is to pay for healthcare down the line? You just plot on it, right? You plan it. My big I see my vision where I wanted to be, and then you just gotta like backtrack. I wanted to reverse engineer, right? So you represent, like, all right, cool, I want to have this time big, marginalized and forgot about X, Y, and Z community. So I wanted to do that, right? And also bring it back to build like people that I grew up in the community, like, you know, basically start my healing process work before that is, but like when it's just a drink and it sparks something for them to take power and initiative on their own health. To get to that point, that's basically my why. So why I did that. My whole thing I want to support that community by giving back to them. Pick something that you want to do and actually commit to it. Supporting regardless of how education, because it's never easy. Providing them with. At the end of the day, like I have, even just like the other day, so I had the chef. I literally did my first Tuesday in March. I was like in the like late March. I was like, damn, this is like. So like I've been working on this for a bad. I had for a call. They're like, hey, do you want to serve your drink at our chef dinner? It takes a lot of work, right? Hell yeah, dude. Like I'll be there, you know, Tuesday. And I got the call just to figure out the name. So it was like. Little things like that just keep what I want, right? Like you never know how close you are to that next milestone. A lot of different things, right? A lot of people don't talk about like the next thing we were talking about earlier, right? Everybody relates, right? You didn't get where you're at now. Stay overnight, stay down for it. Even if you're going to never college student, someone tells you you're going through a career path, it just doesn't happen overnight. Another thing too is like. Something that someone said at some place, I forgot where I was talking to them. Key things, something that's helped me along the way is key things for me have been always making myself successful. I've always been a person of like integrity, right? Reason why a lot of people grow up like different stock down got explained to certain people tested and I'm just like where you grow up you lose a lot of friends because they're not going on a similar path or they're hating on you or they're I'm the oldest in my family in ways that they might know oldest out right like you know what's going on. Reason why I say that is because one all that stuff go right a lot of different relationships but something that helped me immediately, I felt like a return on it was, you know, it's not unique, right? But my whole thing, instead of getting even with those that like did it wrong, I really figured out even with those people that work, and I enjoyed doing research. I enjoyed like how do I pay Drex Lee for giving me a platform? Like how do I put on my skills? That's in the back of my head, and I know you don't want nothing in return, right? I see my vision where I want it to be. Cool. And you help me out, I'm gonna help you out, right? Reverse engineer. And it doesn't always have to be benefit for me, right? It could literally be like, company, what's up, bro? You need me to mop that floors? Like, I don't care. Let's go do it. Places or it's simple stuff like that, right? Yeah, even with those that people that help you along the way. Regardless if it was a meal, if they on the phone with you while you're venting, us entrepreneurs are emotional athletes, right? That's all we are. But you just gotta be able to like to get deal with a bunch of stuff. I get yelled at by my girlfriend because she's like, hey, we haven't had a date something that you want to do and actually commit to. And I'll be like, all right, regardless of how it looks, but it's never easy. Like, but it's just I didn't say like I have really even just like the other day until I had the chef dinner and Tuesday. Just make sure you guys like some with people that are gonna be like, dang, this is like, what the heck do I do? Then I had a call. They're like, hey, do you want to serve your drink at our chef dinner in Sacramento? I was like, hell yeah, dude. Like, I'll be there, you know, Tuesday. And I got the call Sunday morning. So it was like little things like that just keep you going, right? Like, you never know how close you are to that next milestone or whatever.
I'm here to help you out. Like,
the next thing is,
so in return, like,
like when you're on it, just really stay
there too. And I know he
down for it because like you never know. So that's another thing too. Where I want to mention something. I want to make sure I say. Another thing too is everything that I've done to this point. Someone said at some place, I forgot where I was out. Nothing's been forced. Something that's helped me along the way. It doesn't feel right in my gut. Like always making myself successful, like to help others. I just like back off. I let it sit, and within time, a lot of people grow up. I grew up in Stockdown. Got explained to certain people. Or that person might have not been that right. You grow up, do that with friends because they're not going on a similar path. And you just gotta really understand, right? You have a partner, business partner, that they might think they're someone that you're gonna really be able to go through the mud. The reason why I say that is because like speaking from experience, I've had a co-founder that's no longer with me was something that helped me. You're gonna hate. I felt like a return on it. Like crap.
All by myself.
Instead of getting even with those that did us wrong, get even with those people that help you. Are you going to be able to get help, right? Like, how do I pay Drex back for giving me a platform? Right, that's in the back of my head. Just quick. I know he don't want anything in return, right? But that's just the way I big on my label. It's cool. Like, you help me out, I'm gonna help you. I'm bicultural, so like, and it doesn't always have to be benefit from me. Right? You could literally be like, where I'm at now. What's up, bro? You need me to mop the floors? Like, I don't care that I'm just gonna do it. Like, it's simple stuff like that, right? Okay, even with those people that help you along the way, regardless if it was a meal, they stayed on the phone with you while you were venting. Us entrepreneurs are emotional athletes. That's all we are. Like, you just gotta be able to, like, you get deal with a bunch of stuff. I get yelled at by my girlfriend because she's like, hey, we haven't had a date night like in 2 weeks. And I'll be like, all right, I'll sit this one out. You know what I mean?
It made me think a lot about.
But I just say that just to really, you gotta believe in yourself first of all.
So
and just make sure you guys surround yourself with people that are gonna be able to do stuff.
And what is that? Basically, a key to building a very successful business,
with helping
is
each other out. I mean, Drex, I worked at started working at his gym, and then he goes, hey, can you help me do this? I started putting up like, stuff you need, mats and stuff. But something like, hey, just I'll do it. I'm here to help you out. Like, so in return, like if somebody else has a Drex and help, I hope he'd be there too. And I know he would. So it's just,
this is the key.
That's another thing too, where I want to mention, something I want to make sure I say. Everything that I've done to this point has been like so organic. Nothing's been forced. Nothing's been this. If it doesn't feel right in my gut, like just intuitively,
10 minutes on you. Time for the
I
next
just
one.
like back off and let it sit, and within time I find out it wasn't
right either.
or that person
I
might
wanted to
have not
change
been
that
the
around
right
because
person to do that with,
in
right?
building
And you just gotta really understand, right? If you have a partner, if you have a partner, make sure that's someone that you're gonna really be able to go through the mud with. Because like speaking from experience, I've had a co-founder that's no longer with me, right? There's things you're gonna hit along the road where it's like, crap, I did all by myself. And you gotta ask yourself too, are you able to do that by yourself? You know what I mean? Or are you going to be able to get help?
This is my hometown. I was born and raised here, so I do want to see Stockton
right now we're
flourish.
going to have a Q&A afterwards, so
San Jose
just
for the
quick,
past 12 years.
But
There I learned a lot.
thing too is like,
I left Stockton.
I make sure it's big on my label. It's extra
kid that had like
Stockton.
cornrows, and now it's just
I'm bicultural, so like what I mean by bicultural is like I know my roots and that's what brought me where I'm at now. But I also understand that
I want Stockton to be like San Jose, the biggest safe city in the U.S. I go anywhere, I don't feel like I'm gonna hide behind a wall, open windows. I feel really safe over there, and I've seen everyone flourish over there. Amazing. Everyone there is down to help each other. Everyone's there down to share ideas, and I feel so many great relationships over there. And it really took me from, it made me think a lot about trailer home, but like now I'm debt over $100,000 debt, no job for 2 years. With like 2 useless degrees. I call this event network. So what is that? So basically, a key to building a very successful business is collaboration and partnership. Right now, I own 5 businesses by themselves and take it to $1 million. I run a film company, and I run an events company. Because along the way, sometimes people might say that they did a film company. Really, they had a lot of help along the way. They did Adidas, Hennessy, little things, like little bumps that help you get over here, all that stuff like that. This is the key. I also have Stupid Fish, Pokey, and Tea. Get together and share ideas, and I have our 45 business next door that we just launched. Because I've been to those mixers where I'm right now, and I'm go there and just kind of just meet people. Join our event. Okay. All right, I just wasted 10 minutes on you. Time for the next one. I gotta wait in line. All right. I have a phone over here. No, you're not right either. So I kind of wanted to change that around because a little backstory about me, building relationships and partnerships, we are able to help spread the economic development. Not some things, but like almost like bringing the economic guy that could enjoy what everyone else is enjoying. It's cool if I was bored or hood because then I could be like everyone else. But I was like poor and okay, and I was jealous of everyone else, safe from So from like second grade, I was hustling. This is my hometown. I was born and raised there. I do want to see Stockton flourish. I've been in San Jose 50 cents a couple of years there. I got a lot of times too. When I left Stockton, I was like a little thug kid. I had like 1 grade. I went back to Noodle. And I don't care about anything. I would kill me for 10 cents. San Jose really changed my life. What Stockton could really 50 cents. That's a times 5. I want Stockton to be the biggest safe city. 6th grade, I was playing Pokemon games. I go anywhere, I don't feel like I'm downloaded, hide behind a wall, get with windows for $1. That's really safe over there. You get a whole game for $1. Flourish over there. I was amazing. Like everyone there, down to help each other. Everyone's there to share ideas. Middle school, Raven was all. There was so many great relationships over there. So I was in close. It really took 20 cents for $2. You know, times 10. You know, yeah, times 10 too. And then I got high school. I was there over CDs. You guys know about no job, right? Yeah, I was doing CDs. Get CD for 10 cents, flipping for like. So a little bit about myself before I go. That's huge. That's like a time of 25 or something like that. Times 20. Yeah, and then you know, so I was learning. Right now I own 5 games. I wasn't doing it on a big scale. Right? It was big enough for a film company. Go out and run an events company. On a good day, get some big Mac for myself. Film company, you know what I mean? Nike, Adidas, Hennessy. Then I kind of like got into college and I was like, okay, all that stuff like that. I'm kind of trying to get away from stuff, get away from all the bad stuff out of stock, just try to like focus on R45 Fitness next door. And we just launched work my way up, which we're all here right now. I'm very glad you guys joined our grand opening. I tried so hard for 2 years to get there, but I couldn't. That landed me. That's where I got the $100,000 in notes and living in a trailer home, you know, in San Jose. A little guy didn't want to go home. We go home back to the parents, hustlers, I really grew up with nothing, but that's what I thought to myself. Not something, but like being almost like there, but not the guy that could just try to enjoy what everyone else is enjoying, right? In school, I was poor in the poor hood because I didn't be like everyone else, but I was like poor in the okay hood, which means like I was jealous of everyone else, you know. What was a turning point in my life that kind of really, like second grade, I was hustling pens. I was at a concert, I had pen, and my first concert was in college. Really 50 cents off of $100 concert. That was when I finally got to one. So I was $20 ticket, go to a high for night. In 5th grade, I was flipping back on needles. And I was like, oh, hey, I was looking for 10 cents, flipping for 50 cents. That's times 5. I made it to myself. Right? I made it to myself. Start thinking about these things, right? Okay. I was in 6th grade. You guys only care about Pokemon games. You guys are performing. I'm here to see them. I would download it, but they don't care about it. On a floppy disk, so you know what? I'm not gonna get a picture with them. That's the times 10. So any celebrity that I take a picture with, I'm gonna make sure people like Drex that they know me on a first name basis. Before and then I was in middle school, Raven was all in the praise, right? You know, so that's pretty much glow sticks. What I did, 20 cents per so. That's times 10. My way that's times 10 too. My hobby. And when I got in high school, I was flipping bird CDs. You guys know about bird CDs, right? Yeah, I was flipping bird CDs. Get CD for 10 cents, flipping for like. Then started climbing the ladder. That's cute. That's like a time. Putting out my videos times 20. Better videos. And then music videos. I was learning how to hustle today. I'll do it again. I wasn't doing it on a big scale, right? It was big enough, $20, you know. Whoa, go out, it took me 2 weeks on a good day. For 2 weeks, I earned $20 for myself. You know what I mean? That snowballed onto the next project. You know, I kind of like got into college, and I was like, okay. Don't worry, I gotta get away from stocks and get away from bad stuff. Okay, I'm gonna like focus on having a career. I was gonna sit in a cubicle, work my way up, 50 weeks later. Where am I at? That never happened. I'm on the footsteps. I tried so hard. 2 years, BET, you know, get there, but I couldn't. That landed me. Now what? That's where I got hanging out with $1,000. Now I'm hanging out with Jamaica Creek. You know, I'm hanging out with trailer home. You know, because when someone said my video sucked, I was like, oh, actually, tell me what's something about it. I didn't go, no. Not really. My videos are great to myself. No, I was like, hey, tell me what's wrong about it. I'll be the only, whatever you want for free. And like, you know, that's what I did. And taking constructive son of immigrants, I was able to work my way up. I didn't having those for no reason. #1 Billboard chart kind of. You know what I mean? And so what I mean by what was the turning point in my life that kind of really wanted me to get like this is Forest Movement. I was at a concert. So I have every first concert out there. Forest Movement, I have Jamaica Creek. I have all these guys shouting me out and said, yo, all that dress, you want the best videos, whatever it is, right? And that's what I did. Alright, and now you can take a picture. Oh, hey, I'm good. You know me by the first name basis. You didn't see me. So I made it to myself. That's what really drove me today because now when these guys don't even care about me, you know. These guys are performing. I'm here to see them because at the time my name was all over the charts, right? So you know what? See me downtown picture with. Oh, Drex, let me get a picture. So any celebrity that decides to take a picture with, you know, I'm gonna make sure them all to my parties. They know me on a first name basis. Owners be downtown. We're like, yo, I get a picture with guys. Brings hella. Wherever he goes, you know, that's pretty much that's hired this guy. What I did. So that's how I became an event coordinator, promoter. My hobby was always started to make stupid little business of it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do in like a year. Basically, took all the nightclubs and the whole thing. Started going to concerts, meeting mustard and everybody, putting out my videos. They would give me making better videos, music videos for artists never heard of. I was like, hey, I'll give these $10,000 cash when someone's like, how much? $20. Whoa. Okay, you know, it took me 2 weeks. And that $20 for that 2 weeks, I earned $20 on the board twice. That snowballed on to the next project. Such a compliment. How much? 2 #1. $30. Whoa. 2 #1. And from that, I got you, man. Led on to $21. Okay, deal. Things for 2 weeks from there, I started doing all the videos for. All right, fast forward 50 minutes videos later. Shoe palettes, Adidas. I'd hang out with all the boys starting lineup. MTV, BET. Stage 4, they invited me to do their video for the championship party. Right when I'm hanging out on the championship shot, I'm hanging out with all these Drex. You know, because coming to San Francisco, someone said my video sucked. I was like, how much? Can you tell me what's sucked about it? Yeah. I'm still drinking. No, my videos are great. So I go there, hey, tell me what's wrong about it. I'll fix it. You know, whatever you want for free, 6 a.m. And that's what I did. I'm getting out of here after criticism. I was able to work all the local newspapers to having those number one billboard chart hits. You know what I mean? And what I mean by I was invasive is that, you know, where like this is Forest Movement, right? In San Jose though. So I have everyone shouting me out. Like Forest Movement, I have Jermaine Dupree, I have all these guys shouting me out and say, yo, holla at Drex, I have all these videos, whatever it is, right? I can't. That's what I did. All right, now you can take a picture of you. Because you know me by the first name basis now. Start all this. So I really want. That's what really drove me. You know, I want to bring now people with these CEOs of these, and it was cool because at the time my name was all over the hanging out with them. So when people see me in downtown, I don't wear a suit or anything. Yeah. Let's go. I feel like we have nothing. I invite people out to my parties, CEOs, drinks, and then all the club owners. Downtown, we're like, yo, just like this. You guys brings hella. Because wherever you go, to be successful in a very conventional world. So we have to be. That's how I became an event coordinator. We have to be the ones that started the whole business of it. So in like a year, all the nightclubs. I see why they're in the area. I see why they're outside. DJ Mustard and everybody. We have all these. Giving a hookup. We have so much resources here that we can put in. Yeah, and the $10,000 cash moves, we could bring these CEOs of these companies to move some business, you know, hidden billboard numbers. These are one type of companies. Some of my best friends are like millionaires. Such a compliment being in that number one. I'm not saying that saying that from that saying led on to always be the dumbest one in the room corporate. That's not from there. I started doing all the videos for. You always want to be able to share your Hennessy, being the palace or the others, and hang out with all the warriors. You want to be able to share your information because if you're just dumbest, you always want to be the dumbest one in the room. For the championship party, right when they won the championship shot, everyone's like, everyone's always bro. Come to San Francisco right now. So. I'm still drinking. They're like, no, someone have to come. And I think that one of the keys to growing like successful videos 6 a.m. I'm getting out of here at 4 a.m. Fail a lot. They hit all the local newspapers, Mercury News, and everything like that. Because we're a team, you know. Being a failure has taught me how to succeed. You know, every time I was able to learn how to get my name and where I need to be. Push next step up. In San Jose, the key is to. Stockton was just an afterthought. I just came back over here. Hey, I went from renting a room out in a trailer home to you living in a $1 million house by myself. You know, downtown San Jose. I can't bring them in my hometown. What can I do to bring them to my hometown? And this is only 2011. I started all this. 2012. I was like, man, I really want to bring. You know, I want to bring. Let's keep pushing with these CEOs of these big Fortune 500. And I'm hanging out with them for a while. You know, I don't wear a suit or nothing on the way. Because I feel like we have to be the ones in the network that's these CEOs, they're just like that culture of me, right? We're just dressed like this. Let's collaborate. Let's build partnerships. Let's see how we successful in a very conventional world. We have to be unconventional growth to break through. We have to be the ones that move the needle across. Some of my final words in them, or we're open to Q&A with all these CEOs. I see why they're there. I see why they're not in Stockton. There are going to be times where we have all these crap. Yeah, worst day. We have so much resources here that we can put in. Someone dumped you, and whatever it is. This is why bring these CEOs and these companies to move something. The next move is how do I learn from this? How do I make sure this doesn't happen? Some of my best friends are like billionaires and millionaires. Next time it happens, be in that company, right? I'm not saying that they're saying that saying always be the dumbest one in the room. That's not always true, you know, because you always want to be able to share your information. Being the smartest or the dumbest doesn't matter. You know, you want to be able to share your information because if you're just dumbest, if you always want to be the dumbest one in the room, you're just being selfish. You know what I mean? Because everyone's just fun, everyone's always grow and celebrate. So, alright. Some of the, and I think that some of the keys to growing any question business, you know, is if you're, you know, fail, how does someone fail a lot? Because that's what I did. What, you know, setbacks. Being a failure has taught me how to succeed. Because every time you fail, learn how to get back up, and then push back up. The key
Are you
is
living with your
to
folks?
learn from not give up. Tonight I am. Yeah, I went from
Yeah.
tonight I am.
Good
San Jose, I live in a $1.5 million house by myself.
Your
Downtown
folks are
San
good, they're here in
Jose.
town.
Yes, and you know.
They're good. And they're proud of you, obviously.
And this is only 2011. I was just like,
That's my question.
2012. I was like, man, I don't know what's gonna happen. You know, let's just hope for the best and let's keep pushing, let's keep grinding. And, you know, this is where it's at. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to create NTWORK, because along the whole way, it's been the network that helped me succeed. And I want to build that culture and stop it. You know, let's collaborate, let's build partnerships, let's see how we could help each other grow.
That's a good question.
Grow the city.
I would basically look at their history and seeing, obviously, what they've already started, their foundation part of it. You know, if you're acquiring it from somebody, seeing what the history is, what their
there are gonna be times
sales
where
or
you
cash
feel
flow,
like
what they're doing.
crap.
I mean, obviously, when you started,
sales
it's gonna be from
someone
the
dumps
bottom,
you,
right? I mean, how
whatever it
established are they
is,
already?
business-wise.
You bought. That's what I did. So my
The next move is
my
how about
business
their
franchise.
I
So
don't
what I
know
ended up doing is I
it's probably gonna happen again,
all
but you
these
know
other
what?
owners.
The next time it happens, it's gonna hurt less.
How are they doing? How did they, how did they go from the ground up? Because even though it's a franchise, you do have a model. You still get structured, but you still have to yourself will have to still sell yourself. You have a branding. Like I have a brand, but no one knows me. You know, no one knows me here. The company is based out of North Carolina, the East Coast, and it's heavily. A lot of the owners are down there. In the West Coast, they don't know me. So I still had to build that brand. I had to build my reputation with homeowners, commercial, contractors, businesses, in order for me to even succeed. And they still have, even then, it's like what Drex says, during the fall, I'd go in there and they shoot me down. Well, no, we already have somebody. Okay. On to the next one. On to the next one. You're gonna get shot down a lot, and that actually
Tonight I am. Tonight I am. San Jose, I live by myself.
Is this the right thing for me?
Your folks are good, they're here in
Right?
town.
Yes.
You know, is this something?
And they're proud of you,
I mean, this
obviously.
is hard. It's almost like door-to-door knock sales. You know, you're going down 100 homes and only 5 people say yes. Okay, well that 5 people that say yes, so let me show them what I can do. Because eventually from that 5, they'll tell their friends, their family. Now it's going to be a whole, it could be to 50 or 100. So that was a good question.
And if you're acquiring a business, you still have to make sure that you love what you do, because that's
a good question.
Your business is
I
you.
would
So
basically
you
look
have to
at
make
their
sure
history and
that
seeing,
you
obviously,
love it from like,
what they've already
everything
started, the
about it.
foundation
If you
part
don't
of
like
it.
something about it, you gotta
If you're
be able to
acquiring
make
it
sure
from somebody,
what company
seeing
rules
what
and
the
make
history is,
adjustments to it.
what their sales, their cash flow, what they're doing.
But if you're gonna,
I mean, obviously, if you started,
acquire it
it's going to be
then
from
you know
the bottom.
you have
right?
to make sure
I mean, how established are they
100% about it, because if you're not 100% about it,
that's what I did.
you're gonna fail hard.
My business is a franchise.
So
what I
yeah,
ended up
but
doing is
if
I
you're trying to sell,
with all these other owners.
that's the exit strategy
across the
that
state.
every business owner goes
How
for.
are they doing?
So
how did they? How did they go from the ground up? Because even though it's a franchise, you do have a model.
Like,
you still get
one of the
structured, but
points
you
that got me
still have to
thinking of,
yourself will have to still.
it's very
sell
different
yourself.
when you're
You
like
have a
start
branding.
something from
I have a
nothing, like
brand,
inception,
but
like where you think about
no
it,
one
you
knows
plot
me.
it, you
No
literally
one
like
knows me here.
create
The
everything from
company's
hand.
based out of North Carolina.
You have like a
East Coast,
different
and it's
relationship to
heavily-
that.
A lot of
It's
the
like
owners
really
are
your
down
baby.
there.
You know
In the
what I
West
mean?
Coast, they don't know me. So I
And you
still
work
had to
harder for it,
build
I
that
feel in my
brand. I
opinion,
had
it's
to build
something
my
that you
reputation.
acquire. It just depends,
with
right? Like I'm not
homeowners,
saying that it's for
commercial,
everything. Sometimes like you
contractors,
require a franchise,
businesses,
right? That already
in order
has
for me
the
to
guts and the bones,
succeed.
right? You just kind
And
of,
they still
you're
have
the one who's
even then,
instilling your
it's
spirit into
like what
that
Drex
now,
says during the
right? So
fall.
it could be like a
I'd go
whole
in there and
ecosystem.
they shoot me down.
So
no, we already have
just
somebody.
depending on
Okay.
what your mission is and
On
if
to the
it
next
aligns with your values
On
and
to
your
the next
long-term goals, then
You're gonna get shot down a lot.
I think
and
go for it.
That
And
actually,
depending
that was
on
good-
what you're going
good
to acquire,
talking about
like
this.
how much time
that
you
actually
invest
almost
into
made me
it,
think,
money and
is
capital.
this the right thing for me?
Are you going into a partnership? Or are you looking for
You know, is
outside
this
investment
something-
banks, all that good stuff?
I mean, this is hard.
Yeah.
It's
Just
almost
kind
like
of depends on what you're.
door-to-door
I would say look at your goals
sales,
first.
You know,
then go
you're
ahead.
going down 100 homes and only 5 people say yes. Okay, well that 5 people that say yes, so let me show them what I can do.
So there's many ways
Because eventually
to.
from that 5,
This is the
they'll
hotel
tell their
game zone.
friends, their
Like
friends. Now it's
securing
gonna be a whole-
financing, you know.
it could be
With me, I bootstrapped every single one of
That
my
was a good
businesses. So that means, you know, you come in with everything on your own business. You still have a little bit, you take that is gonna be, you make a little bit more, you reinvest. So you have to make sure that you're gonna stay broke for a long time. You know everything about it, but you don't like something about it. You gotta right. You're gonna keep putting money into it. You care more about your kid than yourself to make adjustments. I still gotta feed myself just enough, and I'm gonna make sure my franchise as well. But if you're gonna buy it outright, acquire it outright, but in terms of financing, we could go on and make sure big thing about it. But 100% about it. That's how I finance. You're gonna fail hard. So yeah, but if you're trying to sell, that's the exit strategy that every business owner goes.
So business partner, that's how I was blessed with my business partner that we actually we can mesh, right? We do have different.
Points that got me thinking of. It's very different when you're like start something from nothing, like Inception, like where you think about it, you literally like create everything from hand.
So you have
like a different relationship.
I'm gonna hear me out.
It's like
really
baby.
We still met.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't have to do often. Believe me,
you work harder for it, I feel in my opinion, it's something that you acquire. It just depends, right? Like I'm not saying that it's for everything.
But that's
sometimes like you acquire a franchise, right? That already has the guts and the bones, right? You just kind of, you're the one that's instilling your spirit into that now, right? So it could be like a whole ecosystem. So it's just depending on what your mission is and if it aligns with your values and your long-term goals, then you know.
When you get into a partnership, it's really like being married.
Depending on what
you're stuck.
Like how much time
right?
you have to
Once you do that, you're stuck. So that like you're gonna fight a lot. So make sure you really want that partnership before you know.
Yeah,
you sign
just
on
kind
paper,
of depends on what you're.
You know,
I would say look at your goals first.
You're gonna fight a lot because sometimes it might seem like really, really good. Like, oh man, you got a really good idea. Let's go for it. But you really gotta really outline all your plans. So there's many ways your plans. This is the whole topic on its own. Like securing finance, go through all this friction. With me, I bootstrapped every single one of my businesses. So that means you come up with everything on your own. Right? You build a little bit, and you take that reinvest. You build a little bit, you make a little bit more, and reinvest.
Quick note on that: don't do anything without paperwork.
You're gonna stay broke for a long time.
I don't care if it's your homie, you
know what I mean? But just like with a kid, right? You're just gonna keep putting
person that
you care more about your kid than yourself.
Paperwork before
I still gotta feed myself just enough.
It wasn't that hard of a transition
well
because everything was laid out already. You know, like.
But in terms of financing, we could go on a whole big thing about it, but we'll keep it short for right now. But that's how I finance it, right? My business.
So, besides that though, up to this point, I bootstrapped. So I've looked at different options, right?
So business partner,
like what he's saying, right? I started small and kind of grown, and I'm able to put it back in.
We actually are.
It takes a lot. Like you could be some of these people that like
go
all out, buy all the equipment, whatever the business is, right? Like buy 10,000 shirts and stuff, but it's like a lot of people think
but we still
build it, they'll come,
the end,
but it doesn't work that way.
Are compromised.
You know what I mean? It's like
so we're still okay. Like I'm gonna hear me out at the end of the day.
Have to do market research or look at
it doesn't have to often. Believe me, my other business
I got cheese and all this stuff,
and it put a sour taste in my mouth.
Like it is, right?
But that's why when I got this one,
kind of came in here.
We really kind of talked a long time, and then I
without any marketing, without any type of nothing.
that.
It was gonna really walk in and buy,
like, okay,
you know what I mean?
And then
or
9
where
years
you
later,
bring the work to. So when it comes down to financing, it just really depends on what kind of business you're going into.
So
realistically,
when you get into a partnership, it's really like being married. You're like you're stuck, right? Once you do that, you're stuck. So that like you're gonna fight a lot. So make sure you really want
total addressable
that partnership before you sign
say, for example, like when I looked at kombucha, right?
Partnership because
like I wanted to do it just to do it, but I'm like, alright, if I want to be serious about it, like me just brewing it versus taking it as a business is different.
You really gotta really outline all your plans and make sure that your plans
so I can grow it.
So
when I looked at it, I'm like, alright, cool. It's projected to
go
be
through all this friction. You're not gonna have
2 billion by 2024. Like the market, right? The whole U.S. So cool. How much is in California? All right, now I have this number. Cool. Now I have how much in this country? Now I have don't do anything without. Then I look at the people in stock. I don't care if it's your homie, you grew up with them, but I'm like, oh, okay, cool. There's nobody here yet. I'm a first time. I looked at the paper like before we did anything. So more work, but it wasn't that hard of a transition. You know what I'm saying? Everything was laid out already. Really be mindful of like how much capital you're willing to invest and how much you're willing to sacrifice. This happens. Like he was saying, right? Like sometimes I'll be like, right? So bag of chips in Arizona, so like to this point, I bootstrap. Or
So
you know,
I
like
mean,
you go back to
I've
like
looked at
crazy grind, like
different
when I was in
options,
college,
right?
like kind of like what you're saying, right? I started small and kind of
You don't do
grown,
stuff like that, like,
as I'm able to
you sacrifice,
right?
right?
Like it takes a lot. Like you could
I don't
be
know how
like some of these people that
like,
even still now,
go
like
all
it's
out,
just
buy all the
it's-
equipment,
and also
you know,
too,
whatever
like,
the
like for
business
me,
is, right?
I'm blessed to have
buy
like a great
10,000 shirts
to
and
be
stuff,
my
my
wife,
wife,
right?
A lot of
But
people think if you
she's
build
like
it, then they'll come,
1,000%
but it
supportive.
doesn't work
You
that
know
way.
what I mean? Like
You know
she's
what I
like,
mean?
it's like if it's like cool, we can't go on.
You gotta,
I can't really go
like,
on
on
that
that
vacation.
right
If
now,
he didn't
because I
like
don't
have
have
market
the money
research
there.
or look at
She's
the
understanding.
area.
She's like, all right,
look
cool, I see
at
where you're at.
all right, is there a market for teas and all
But
this
it's
stuff?
like,
It's really
specific
understanding where
area,
you're
right?
at and just kind of see
Like, it is, right? They'll tell you,
going that
but
route,
it's like
going to
you
a bank,
think
just
or
kind of came
going
in
over
here.
here,
Pop sweet bought out another big reason why Bootstrap
without
any
any
marketing,
marketing,
without
without
any type. But the reason why Bootstrap is going to really walk big on ownership.
You know what I mean? Or
So
where he's bringing
me
the work
being able to
so
be at the
when
table
it
and
comes
just
down to
make my own
financing,
decisions,
it
really
really
depends
depends
on what kind
I
of
want
business
this on the
you're
label
going
and I
into.
have to go through a
And
board.
realistically
Or
looking
like
at someone that's
researching,
like
there's a chunk
on
on TAM.
business.
So if you've never heard of TAM,
Who knows where I'll get,
like,
you know,
an
investing
X amount
books
of
and
time,
stuff.
and
It's like
nobody
nobody does
does
addressable
addressable
market.
market.
I'm gonna need help.
So
So
certain things.
but
Say, for example, like when I looked at kombucha,
I
right?
have those conversations.
Like,
Like
I
I
wanted
wanted
to do it just to do it, but I'm like, all right, if I wanted to be too serious about it, like me just brewing it versus taking it as a business is different, right? I have
So
to make
we talk
sure
about
I'm making
support,
enough money
we
to
talk
put back
about
into it so I can grow it.
there.
So when I looked at it, I'm like, all right, cool. It's projected to be
Okay. I'm sure you all
2
have
billion
mentors,
by
correct? And you
2024,
still
like
do.
the market, right?
So,
The
that
whole
was
US.
valuable.
So
Are you
cool. How
doing
much is in
that
California?
for
All right, now I
others?
have this number.
And how?
Cool. Now I have how much in this region.
Definitely.
Now I have this number.
You know,
then I
I'm-
look at the
because
people in
I'm-
Stockton or the
because
Evans Valley,
of,
and I'm
I'm very
like, oh, okay,
engaged
cool.
with
There's nobody here
everyone
yet, so I'm a
that
first
knows
time
me.
player.
You know,
But like
which is, you know,
more work, but you
like,
look
so-
at stuff like that.
because I'm
You
in the
know what I'm
nightlife
saying? And like
industry, and
really
because
be
my name is so
really
out
be
there,
mindful
out
of like
in
how much
the
capital
Bay
you're willing
Area,
to
I
invest
get messages
and how
like
much you're
almost
willing to
every day, all the
sacrifice.
time. Part of
Like
a
you're saying, right?
charity
Like sometimes I'll be like,
I get all the young
let's
ones
go.
that always hit me up for
Bag of
advice,
chips in Arizona
like,
today.
what's coming
Like-
to the game,
like-
in terms of, like,
Or you know, like you go
film
back
work,
to like a crazy
nightclub
grind.
work,
Like when I was
get
in
messages
college,
that
I
say,
sleep in the
you know,
car
bro, I
just
aspire
like
to be like you one day.
You don't do
You know,
stuff
and
like
it's
that.
funny
Like,
because
you
like you know,
sacrifice.
I'm in a
It's like,
nightclub,
it's
you know,
insane.
they
Like,
want to be like
I don't know how
me,
you-
and then
you know,
I'm
like,
like
even
me,
still
like
now,
me,
like,
you're
it's
like
just-
Drex, you're always
it's-
surrounded by
and
girls.
also, too,
man.
like, for
I
me,
wanna be
I'm
like
blessed
that.
to have, like, a
And I'm like,
great
even I mean,
girlfriend
like,
who's
okay, that's
my wife,
motivational.
right?
Okay, yeah,
But
I'll help you out
she's
with
like
that.
been
You know what I mean?
1,000%
So,
supportive. You know what I mean? Like,
you know,
she,
definitely,
like,
you know,
if it's like, cool, we
that's
can't
why
go, you
one
know,
of the
I
reasons
can't
why
really
started
go on that
doing this
vacation right now
because,
because I don't.
like said, partnerships and collaborations because
She's
when I'm mentoring
understanding. She's
someone,
like, all right, cool, I see
or
where you're
even
at.
like you know someone that has like no
But
idea
it's
what
like
they're doing.
it's really understanding where you're at and just kind of seeing
down to call
if going that route, going to the bank, or going over here. Another
even
big
like
reason why
it's
Bootstrap
crazy
I'm
because
going
I never thought of
but
myself
the reason why
as a
Bootstrap is
mentor
because I'm big on
because then,
ownership.
like, even like someone that's high up as
So
like Mayor
me being able to be at the table and just make my own decisions and
mentor,
say,
you know,
I
and
want
I'm
this
just
on the
like,
label
man,
and I
that's
have to
crazy,
go through a
right? You know, I
board.
talk to all these like
Or
you know,
like
even
someone
like
that's owning like a
like I
big
said, one of my best friends
business.
is a billionaire, right?
Like,
Started this huge company.
who knows
He's
where
only,
I'll
like,
get, you know, in
38.
X amount of time,
And then,
and
you know, when we go
like,
out, you know,
nobody does it alone.
you know,
Like, I'm gonna need help with like certain things,
more of a
but
social
it's like reach to
mentor,
that point,
you know what I mean?
then I'll have
Just
those
like, yo, this is
conversations.
crazy.
Now I'm just gonna
You know what I mean?
bootstrap
But then
Yeah.
when you think of mentorship, like what it really is really just like, you know, you're helping them grow.
So
into
you talk about
someone
support,
else. To me,
and you
I
talk
feel like
about
everyone that I
people
meet
there.
is my
So,
mentor.
in the
You
concept
know,
of
because they all
mentoring.
help me grow in one way or the
Okay.
other. You know,
I'm sure you all
there's
had
no such thing as
mentors,
below me.
correct? And you still
You know,
do.
and there's no such thing
So,
as above me. There's only
That was
such thing
valuable
as,
for
you
you,
know,
correct?
you
Are you
helping
doing
me
that
grow.
for others?
Whether what it is, you know, a bum can help definitely grow because they know things that I don't. And I'm willing to learn because of I'm very engaged with everyone that way I can knows me, my own, you know, which is, you know, if that makes sense. Like so. Because I'm in the nightlife industry and because my name is so out there, out in the Bay Area, I get messages
I
like
still
almost
get
every day,
mentored
all the time.
and from
part of
different people that I've met
fraternity,
throughout
and then
the
I
journey,
get all the
like
young
stuff
ones
like
that
this,
always
you
hit me
know?
up for
Like I like
advice.
myself
And like people
accessible,
just
go
coming
to
to the
events,
game,
like,
even in
from out
terms
the
of
Bay
like,
Area
you know,
here,
film
wherever,
work,
right? Like
and
just
nightclub
meeting
work.
different
You know,
people.
I get messages that say, you know, bro, I aspire to be like
It's
you
like
one day.
super, one
You know,
is
and
like
it's funny
super
because
helpful
like,
'cause,
you know, I'm in a
they'll, like,
nightclub,
check
you know, they want to
So,
be
like,
like me, and then
if you're
I'm like, what do you mean
stubborn,
like
I
me?
wanna
They're
go
like,
like,
you're always surrounded by girls,
like,
man.
no, that's harder.
I want to be like that.
Like, they'll show you
And I'm
stuff
like,
you
even,
don't know.
I mean, like, okay, that's
I do that on
motivational.
Excel,
Okay,
like,
yeah, I'll help you out with that. You know what I mean?
Little things
So,
and tricks that you won't really
you know,
learn
definitely,
unless
you
you've
know,
done it before. Right?
that's why one of the reasons why I started
And
doing
regardless
this,
of
because,
me
like
making
I said,
myself
partnerships,
available, I have,
collaboration,
and I
because
am.
when I'm
So,
mentoring
like, I'll help
someone,
Stockton
or
Scholars.
even
You
like,
guys
you
are
know,
familiar with
someone
Stockton
that
Scholars?
has like no idea what
Like,
they're
so
doing in
it's a
business,
great program.
you know,
So if you guys
I
have kids or if
down
anybody's in high
call
school,
them a collaborator.
make sure you get them through
you know,
Stockton
versus
Scholars because they
just
guarantee
being
money to
a
college.
mentor. Even like,
If you're-
it's crazy because
as long as you
I never thought of
apply,
myself as a mentor.
apply to college,
Because
you
then
get
like, even
accepted
like,
and you get
someone that's high up,
what
as
you
like the
apply
mayor
for
of
the FAFSA.
Milpitas, he thinks of me as like a mentor, you know,
But
and I'm just like,
you
yeah, it's
literally
crazy,
get,
right?
I think it's
You know,
a
I talk to
thousand
all these like,
semesters.
you know, even like,
keep that in
one of my
mind,
best friends
anybody's
is a
qualified.
billionaire, right?
So,
Started this huge
That's awesome.
company.
So
and he's only like
actually,
38.
I help them
And
out a
then, you
lot.
know,
Sometimes
wow,
depending
you
on
know,
stuff, like I was
you
just
know,
at an event where
he gets to be
we help
as
read
like
personal
more of
statements
a
for the kids
social
for
mentor.
college. So
You know
just
what I mean?
different
I'm
things,
just
you know,
like,
like
this is
whatever.
crazy.
Even if
You
it's
know
just
what I
like
mean?
we'll have coffee.
I think a mentorship, like what it really is, is really just like, you know,
even when like I used to
you're
work
helping
with a lot
them
of
grow
community outreach
into
stuff, I made
someone else.
myself
And to me,
accessible to
I feel like
different
everyone
things
that
just
I meet is my
like,
mentor, you know, because
just
they all help
someone
me
that
grow
looks
in
like
one
me in
way
this
or the other.
community, like I realized
There's
the
no
power
such
of
thing as
just
below
literally
me,
go kicking it at a
you know,
coffee
and
hour.
there's no
like,
such thing
has.
as above me. There's
Like,
only
it's
such thing
insane.
as,
Like,
you know, you
just
helping me
because
grow.
The parents are like, oh,
Whether
they could
what
talk
it
to you in
is, you know,
Spanish and
they
you could like relate, or
bum
like,
can
how
help
did
you
you do
grow
this, or
because
like,
they know things
and
that I don't.
And I get how like old
I'm
like
willing
Mexican
to learn
traditions
how
sometimes people could be stubborn, and I like
their
break that
way
down a little bit for the kids.
and that
You know?
way I can
So like,
sell my
it's just
own
having the courage to do certain things and just
if that makes sense.
making yourself accessible, and also being able to continuously learn and like not get stuck in a rigid path. I still get mentored and from different people that I've met throughout
the
the journey,
mentorship,
like
yeah, I mean,
stuff
I
like
do
this,
have
you know.
a ton of
Like
people
I'll make
that-
myself accessible to go to
that I
events,
mentor,
like
but
if I'm at the Bay Area or here
nowadays,
or wherever, right? Like just
you know, I'm starting to get more people asking me, you know, because they're seeing me
It's
succeed.
like super.
So
One is
all I-
like
you know,
super
basically what
helpful
I'm doing is
because
basically
like
whatever
they,
I
like,
learned from my
check you.
mentors,
So like
I'm just sharing
if
with
you're
you,
stubborn,
you know, because
like I'm
I was
like, nah,
at that
it
one
doesn't
point,
work.
that person
Or,
like, hey,
no, that's
so how
harder
did
to go
you
do this.
succeed?
Or like they'll show
How
you
did
stuff you don't
you know,
know.
they
Like,
see me.
how do
What
you
did
do
it
that on
take
Excel?
for you to
Like,
get
well,
to
that's
that
easy.
stage?
You know what I mean? Like
You
just
know, because
random
they're
little
struggling
things
and they
and
know
tricks
what's hard. I
that
said,
you
yeah,
won't
you
really
are going to
learn
struggle. You're going to
unless
fall,
you've done it
and you've
before,
got to
right?
accept falling.
And
Because
regardless of me
the only way to
making myself
succeed, I mean,
available,
you,
I have.
you got to
and I
accept
am.
falling because
So like,
you know you're not
I'll
going to
stop
fall
the scholar. I don't know
again.
if you guys are
Right?
familiar with Stop
Just
the
like
Scholars.
when I teach my
Like,
kids riding a
this
bike,
is a great
I want
program.
them
So
to
if you
fall.
guys have kids or anybody
Because
in high school,
if they fall,
make sure
they
you
don't
get
want to get
Stop the
hurt
Scholars
again,
because they
right?
guarantee money
So the
to
next time they
college.
get back on the bike,
It's
and
as
it's
long
like
as you
this.
apply,
you fail. You know,
apply to
I've
college,
gone
you get
to
accepted,
I've
and
gone
you
to like
get what you apply for the fast
companies where
FAFSA?
I'm bidding against another contract. I don't get it.
But you literally
What
get, I
happened?
think
Why
it's
did I not
1,000
get
semester
it?
right now.
So I'll evaluate it.
Just
Was
keep that
my
in
bid
mind,
too high? Was
anybody's
it
qualified.
this? You know, maybe did I
That's
approach
awesome.
it
So
wrong? You know,
actually,
maybe it was a
I help them out a lot.
reputation.
Sometimes
So
depending on stuff,
that's-
like I was just at
As I
an
build my
event
reputation and
we
getting
help
more,
read
now they're
personal
like, okay,
statements
well,
for the kids
we
for
know who
college.
this is.
So it's just different
So,
things,
you know, he
like
didn't work at
whatever
this
it is.
company.
Even if it's
Okay,
just
so
like,
then
wow,
that's already good.
kick it, you know.
So now the pricing
I'm pretty-
really
I like
sometimes doesn't
even
really
when
matter
like I used
because
to
of the
work, do a lot of community outreach stuff.
You know,
I
they're
made
gonna get
myself
you
accessible
because
to different
your
things,
reputation is
just
good and because you do good work.
like
So now
just
someone else
someone
can
that
come
looks
in,
like me in this community,
higher or
like I
maybe
realize
lower.
the power of me just literally
Well,
go
no,
kicking
we
it at a
know
coffee
Joe
hour
would.
like has. Like
He's built
it's
there.
insane. Like
That's kind of
just
that
because
mentorship. Yeah, I'm starting to
parents
slow
are
down
like,
because
oh,
everyone
they could
is
talk to you
starting
in
to
Spanish
see.
and they could like relate or like how
What
did
did
you
you
do
do to
this
get
or
to
like
that?
and I get how like old
It
like
takes
Mexican
work.
traditions
It takes
sometimes
time.
people could be stubborn
It
and I'll
takes
like
going
break that down a little bit for the
networking
kids, you know.
events and really
So,
going out
it's just
there
having the
being,
courage
like
to do
I
certain things and
mentioned
just
earlier, not being in a
making yourself
nutshell, being out there and
accessible and also
introducing yourself.
being
And
able to
it's like that
continuously learn.
confidence. You got to have
Like, not
that
get
presence.
stuck in
Like,
a rigid
okay,
path.
I'm gonna sell myself to you, right? Yeah. So I mean, the mentorship. Yeah. I mean, I do have a ton of people that I mentor, but nowadays, you know, I'm starting to get more people asking me. You know, because they're seeing me succeed.
Yeah.
So all
to be honest,
basically what I'm
that's the
doing is
easy
basically
one.
whatever I've learned from my mentor, I'm just sharing
That's
with
the
you.
easy
You know,
one,
because
yeah.
I was at that one point that person like, hey, so how did you succeed?
Yeah.
Or how did you? You know, they see me. What did it take for you to get to that
no one else
stage?
has it.
You know, because they're struggling and they know what's hard. I said, yeah, you are going to struggle. You're going to fall, and you've got to accept falling. Because the only way to succeed, I mean, you got to accept falling because
no one else has it. Make sure to get it.
The longer you wait, just like when I teach my kid riding a bike, I want them
I've
to
had
fall.
stuff in the past
Because
where it's just like a website
if they fall, they don't want to get hurt, right? So the next time they get back on the bike,
Or someone sitting
and
on
it's like
it.
investments. You fail someone out there. You know, I've gone to like, someone's already thinking of companies where I'm bidding against another contractor. I don't get it.
Like where they're talking about like stuff
What
like,
happened?
you
Why did I
mentioned
not get
confidence
that?
going.
So I'll evaluate it. Was my bid too high? Was it this?
Like
No, for real. Maybe
because
did I
honestly, like,
you gotta wing it.
I'm gonna be honest.
Maybe it was
like,
a reputation.
Like just with different
So
things, you just
that's-
gotta like really.
As I build my
Like nothing
reputation,
happens
getting
without
more.
action.
Now they're like,
you
okay,
could have all
well,
this
we know who
plan,
this
business
is.
plan.
So, you know, he didn't work at this company.
All that stuff on
Okay,
paper
so then
don't
that's
work
already a
unless you put
plus.
into action.
So now the
Right.
pricing
So that's
really,
the, beyond the book,
sometimes
someone
doesn't
has to
really
write
matter
it.
because of the
like,
reputation.
you know what I mean? That was an
You know, they're gonna get you because
So
your
for
reputation
me,
is
it's
good
like
and because you do good
big
work.
piece for me.
So
like,
now,
the
someone else
different
can
things that
come
I do
in
is just like
higher
I'm
or
big on
maybe lower.
demonstration versus talking.
Well, no, we know Joe.
Just show it.
Yeah, Joe's built that.
It's like he was saying, like,
That's kind of that
repetitions,
mentorship.
all
Yeah, I'm
that
starting
stuff,
to slow you down because
with a lot of things you
is
do,
starting to
like,
see.
if you keep showing up and executing,
What did
or
you do
even
to
if
get
you
to that?
try, right?
This is what I-
Like,
this is
that
what I
speaks more than
It
you
takes
saying,
work.
oh, I'm gonna
It takes
do X,
that
Y,
grind.
Z. I'm pretty
It
sure we
takes
all know that
going
person
to
that says, I'm gonna do this,
networking
and I'm
events
gonna
and
do that,
really going
that.
out there and being
2
there, like
years
I
in mind, you're like,
mentioned
oh, you're
earlier,
still doing
not
that,
being in a
that.
nutshell, being
It-
out
you
there
know,
and
it's just
introducing
more like-
yourself. And
Even if
it's
they
like
have
that
the
confidence.
will,
You gotta have that
you know,
presence,
really
like,
wanna
okay,
do that 1, 2, 3
I'm gonna
things.
sell myself to you.
It really,
right?
the difference is just the person that actually goes out and tries. Because once you like put yourself out there and like you said, fail, because we've all failed, right? We're not here because you just like naturally happen, right? So the more you do that, the more it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
just,
I've
to
lost
be honest,
it.
that's the easy ones.
You're not
Oh, I'm good. Like, I know how to do
There
that.
you go.
Like, I've
Easy
gone down
ones,
to
yeah.
0 like 2, 3 times. You know what I mean? From
Intellectual
college, like,
property.
it was nuts.
Yeah,
Like,
all of us, man.
First time I was
Yeah,
depressed.
because,
Like,
you gotta do
first
your
time I hit
research
that, I
and
was
make
like,
sure that no one
I've
else
never
has
not
it.
been in this position. Like,
And then,
0.
There's times where you're gonna want to
and
give up.
it's like, I'm depressed, I'm going through whatever. Next time I was like, cool, I know how to finesse
make
this.
sure that
Third time, I'm like,
no one else
I've
has
been
it.
there.
Nah,
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah.
You think
like,
that someone's
next,
gonna
and I'm like,
figure
you
it out.
know, I got stuff that you deliver, like, it's just like a website.
The more you fall, the more you get up.
Like,
Together.
it's super unique.
And then someone got it, right?
That's the reason why you gotta be
Or someone
around
sitting on it.
That's what you gotta surround. There's always someone out there that's already. I've learned if you think you got it, then someone's already thinking of it. Because
and that's
successful
the thing
people that
too,
you
is
trust,
like,
it's gonna rub off on
I
you.
think the biggest
Your
thing
confidence
talking
is
about,
gonna
like,
build
stuff, like,
more
keeping your, like,
and more
confidence
and
going. I was
And that's
just,
the only
most
way.
of the time, like, so she told me, like, earlier, like, oh, you did like,
No, for real,
because
exactly.
honestly, like,
You gotta wing it.
I'm gonna be honest, like,
Yeah.
in the back, like,
You
I
do.
like, waiting,
Playing with your
gotta,
pencil,
like,
telling around your
I would
head.
be like, go ahead and give me a beat, I don't care, I'm not gonna
We're all. I think we're all there.
Yeah, yeah.
No, like, it's crazy, because I never in my life would have thought, like,
You gotta go.
like, it just has to be honest, you just gotta, like, you just gotta, like, you know what I mean, that was action. My first, like, so for real nervous thing, like, I have a big piece for me, like, with different things I had to do, is just like, I'm big on demonstrations like that at my old job. So like, that was tough time. It's like, he was saying, like, so like, after that, like, with a lot of things you do, like, long story short, keep showing up and executing, or even if you try, right? Like, that speaks more than you saying, oh, I'm gonna, for cash. I'm pretty sure we all know that person is this, right? So like, that was like, crazy years from mine, you're like, oh, you still think that forecast. You know, it's just like Shark Tank. Even if they have the so like me going through that process and like doing it, and like after that, I'm like, oh dang, I did that. Like that's just the person that actually goes out. It was a long time. It's like an accumulation. We've all felt of so much different things. You gotta put it together.
Okay, was it the Angels?
So there's a really good book by. Have you guys ever heard of a guy called Saki? Like,
You're not.
oh, I'm good. Like I know how to do this.
You're not great anymore.
Like I've gone down to work with like Steve Jobs. Sorry, he used to work with like Steve Jobs and do all types of
All of
stuff.
us, man.
So he has this like infamous like 10-slide setup for pitch decks. So how you prepare for investment. It's good to have it in general because it prepares your mind to like how to set up your business. So like you go through like with your name, right? Like the first slide, like your problem solving, your solution, your market, what's your go-to market strategy, your finance like forecast for the next 5-10 years, right? And it literally talks about that. And most, depending on where you're at, talk about your goals and your milestones and stuff. But he has a book called The Art of Start.
Successful people that you trust, it's gonna
Super simple, breaks it down. He literally has exercises like chapter 1, do this, fill in the blank. It just gets your wheels turning, right? It just gets your mind going on what you need to actually do to set it up.
Me too. Playing with your
And
pencil.
from there, I would be like, go ahead and give me a business
I think we're all there.
But it's something like, it's
crazy
like
that
I never in my life
always
always thought like,
reinventing it. Like,
but it's good to have. You gotta say if someone's interested in your business, or even if it's not, it's just like career. Like it's good to have. Like this is my accomplishments. This is my award. This is my I've done. This is my track record for my job or whatever, right? Like still having that on deck, just in general. Like it's like someone calls like, hey, we're interested. Like someone buying out a business, right? Cool, we're interested in the bio. Cool, can you get us a pitch deck ready? Like if you don't have one ready, it's a nightmare to put one together. For cash.
You gotta be ready. Because it's dressed to press, right? You gotta have that.
Exactly, your elevator speech, you gotta have it ready.
So if you have that,
Like Shark Tank.
So that's why we have
So like
today,
going through
after
that
this,
process,
this
and
speed
like
network,
doing it, and like
we're gonna
after
do
that,
a
I'm
1
like,
minute,
oh, man, I did that. Like that's super cool.
pitch about your idea for your business.
It was a
Was
long
that
time.
the Angels?
It's like
And
an
then
accumulation
they have a minute back to
of
you.
so much different
If
things.
you guys
gotta
don't
put it
click,
together.
that's fine.
Okay, was it the
So there's a really good
And you
book.
gotta get
Have
some
you guys ever heard of
ideas
Guy
how you guys-
Kawasaki?
how you guys can collaborate. You got to stay in contact. So you got
Guy
no time
Guy
with that one.
Kawasaki. So he used to work with like Steve Jobs. Sorry, he used to work with like Steve Jobs and do all types of stuff. So he has this like infamous like 10-slide setup for pitch decks. So how you prepare for investment. It's good to have it in general because it prepares your mind to like how to set up your business. So like you go through like who would
Okay,
your
so
name,
if
right?
there's nothing
The
else,
first
what I
slide, like
do wanna
the
say
problem
is,
you're solving, your solution,
love
your
what you do.
market, what's your go-to
And
market strategy.
that's where you're gonna excel at the most. You're
Your
gonna
finance,
succeed
like
at that
forecast for the next 5-10 years, right? And it literally talks about that, and most, you know, depending on where you're at, you talk about your goals and your milestones and stuff. But he has a book called The Art of Start.
More than that, then you're just being selfish.
Super simple, breaks it down. It
live out your
literally has
dreams, do what you
exercises
love,
like
like me.
chapter 1, do this, fill in the blank. It just gets your wheels turning, right? It just gets your mind going on what you need to actually do to set it
Be the top
up.
producer in the Bay Area.
And from there, you can pull wherever you need, right? Just like anything that's useful,
Love being
you
healthy,
create,
eating
it's not,
food that open up
find it somewhere
superfish.
else, you know? But it's something that you, it's like kind of your business plan. You're always reinventing,
So,
like,
really love what you
but
do.
it's good to have
Sometimes
because
you might not know
say
where
if
to
someone's
go, how
interested
to
in your
start
business, or
the
even if
best
it's
way.
not, you know, even
I
just
never
in
had
your
a
career,
job
like it's
before.
good to have, like this is my accomplishment, this is my award, this is my.
I never had a job
my
before. I
track
walked out and I was
record, my job or
unemployed
whatever,
for 2
right?
years.
Like
I wanted a
stuff,
job,
having
no
that
one
on
gave me a
deck,
job.
just in
So
general,
what I did
like
was
it's like
hey, I'll work
someone
for
calls
free,
you like,
tell
hey,
me
we're
what to
interested,
do.
like serious
I'll go
about like
do it.
someone buying
Because
out a
that's
business,
what
right?
people learn.
Cool, we're interested in
Learn,
about
learn,
cool, can you
learn,
get us a pitch
fail,
deck
fail,
ready?
learn,
Like if
learn,
you don't have one
learn,
ready, it's a
win.
nightmare to put one together.
You know? So, like I said, whatever you do, and you do the best that you
It's
do
dress to
yourself,
impress, right?
and you be able to live out
Exactly.
You want
Your
to be
elevator
rich.
speech, you gotta have it ready.
Rich.
When you have that,
Define what rich is.
That's why we have
To me, what rich is,
today,
is
after this,
taking care of
speed
yourself, doing what you love, and you're happy
we're gonna
doing
do a 1-minute pitch about your idea for your business.
All right.
The next person.
Yeah.
And
You guys are ready. Let's do
back
some
to you.
speed networking.
You guys don't.
So you